Hey y'all, today I am going to attempt to make a wreath out of the Everything Dollar Tree using this form and our wire form, I guess you would call it. And I'll show you all the pieces that I bought. I'm not sure that I will use everything on it, but here is the pretty pumpkin shaped scarecrow. Anyway, I love the colors of that. And here are two leaves, or bunches of leaves with little decorations. And here are these two scarecrows. And this pretty bell ringer thingy. I got two things of ribbon to make a bow, chenille sticks, and I chose these two colors of the mesh to work with. So I'm not sure. I have a little bit of a plan in mind, but not, it's not fully thought out. So we'll just do this as we go along. So let me bring this down where you can see. I hope that's a good angle for you. You can see Lily right there. And she likes to be in the room that I'm in, so you might hear her bell as she hops around. So first thing we're going to do is cut the tag off, and then I'm going to open a thing of this orange. And I'm opening the chenille sticks. And I'm only going to use about 1/4 of a chenille stick at a time. These are pipe cleaner chenille sticks, different, they go by different names. So I'm gonna kind of gather this together. And I'm going to wrap it around and take one of the chenille sticks and get that on there good and tight so it doesn't go anywhere. Then once it's on, wrap it around so it's not poking out. And that looks pretty good. So then I'm going to start right here, and I'm going to come up with this. And I'm going to use my hand as measurement from here to here. That will be how tall I do my ribbon. So you put your first one in like that, then you bring up and hold on to it because you don't want it to slip. Then bring up another piece. And then you can just kind of measure against the first one if you don't want to stick your hand in every time. And they don't have to be absolutely perfect. And then come up into, each time I'm coming up into a new section. So then come up into your third section. Like that. And there's your first little set of ribbon. So now that you have that, you want to, I think that second one is a little long, so I'm going to pull just a little back. There you go. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you on the back, is I'm going to come back across these two and start at the beginning again. So this first ring was the beginning, and I'm going to hold on to these that have already been done, come up in here, and do another set of the little ruffles. And you can do these as full as you want them. If you don't want it real full, just, you know, don't make it real full. But hold on to them, or it's going to be a mess. And I'll let you know at the end of this how many of these that it took. And I'm going to put 4 sections of the, or 4 sets of these in each of the sections. So I will do this one more time. I'm coming back across and starting in my first one. And holding on to it, going into my next one. This really doesn't take a whole lot of time to do this part. I'm going to leave one section empty with the orange because I'm going to put green in it, because this is supposed to represent a pumpkin. So every now and then I use my hand and see if I'm getting the right size or right height. And you can always come back and kind of straighten it out a little bit. But here's where we're at so far with it. I'm going to go ahead and get the orange done, and when I get that finished, I'll come back. And I just wanted to say, when you run out of one roll of orange, you know how I just kind of took the chenille piece and wrapped the end to the wire. So that's what you'll do, is end one and start another and put them side by side and wrap the chenille piece, and then just continue on. So when I get this all done, I'll be back. I've gotten the orange put on the form, and now I'm going to change to the green, and this is going to represent a pumpkin. I'm not sure if I told you that or not. So I'm going to show you how you add on a color. I told you a little bit ago, but I didn't show you, so I'm going to show you. And I should have had this open. One thing you don't want to do is go ahead and unroll this off of this cardboard tube, because this stuff will stick and become almost where you can't manage it. So it's not a good idea to unroll it. So I'm just cutting this off right here. And let's see, I'm gonna have to cut another stick. I had to add on colors 3 or 4 times, or add on another roll, so I used all of them. So now take the green and just bunch it up like that, and bunch up the one here that you had, and put them together like that on the back side. Then take your chenille stick and put it around it, get it good and tight, and then come on this side. I don't know if you can really see because of all the orange and the stick being orange, but you have it on either side of the wire, and you twist it and then kind of wrap your little ends around a little bit to hide them. You can go back after you finish your wreath and straighten out and make things look more like you want them. So now this really sticks, so if you're scared of the wreath maybe not coming apart, or coming apart because you don't feel it's secure in there, it really is secure. I'm going to cut off a little bit of this orange right there. Alright, now you always start at the outside edge and work toward the center. This was tied at the center post, so I'm going to come back up to the outside one and do my first loop and push it over, go through the center section, and do that loop and push it over, and then come down and go through the third section. And push it over. So you want to do this 4 times. Put 4 sections of loops in here, just like you did on these. There's sections all the way around it, and each one of those sections you want to have 4 sets of loops. So I'm going back up to the top, making my next loop, sliding it over, going into the center one, sliding it over, and going into the last one. Sliding it over. I'm going to go ahead and get the green finished, and I'll be right back. I finished getting the green on there, and so now I'm going to go ahead and cut this off. And take a chenille stick, bunch this up, and just use the stick to attach it to the wire. And just twist it around, and then lay it down. In the green, I decided to add 5 rows instead of 4. I just wanted it a little bit thicker. So this is what it looks like so far. And this is extremely forgiving when you are making your wreath. And you can just smooth it around and make it go where you want it to go and all. This is the back of it. And so I'm real pleased with how that turned out. So now we're gonna start with decorating, but first of all I wanted to tell you I didn't use quite a whole thing of the green, and I think I used 3 and almost a whole nother one, or 4. I tried to save these rolls so I could count, but anyway, I think it was, I don't know, 3 or 4. I'm sorry, I had good intentions of counting it, but then I lost count. Okay, I'm going to put this on the center of the wreath, but I don't know if I think it needs the whole thing or if it just needs the little centerpiece. The centerpiece seems like it would get kind of lost in there, but the whole piece seems a little much. But after looking, I think I'll put the whole thing. So what I'm gonna do is put you down so you can see, and I'm gonna clip off the tag, and I may try to I may use a chenille stick and put this on better, which I think I'm going to do right now, because I just don't care for this white on there. So I'm going to clip that off. And I'm going to stick that through. Let's see, how am I going to do this? I know what I'll do. There, I put that on like that, and on the back I just kind of bend it where it'll stay, but I like that better than that white shoestring looking thing that was on it. So now I need to connect the pumpkin to the, I need to connect this to the pumpkin, so I'm going to use an orange stick. I'm going to put it through here, through the hole in there. And I'm going to attach it by just twisting it around a couple times, like that, to keep it on. And then I'm going to bring it up. I'm going to find the spot that I think it looks best hanging, like in the center. I'm going to have to turn it around so I can see. And like I said, none of this is being thought out, so we're just doing this together. And so I will bring the other end of that around to the wire here. And I'm going to cut off some of this excess. And I'm wrapping it around that wire to hold it in place. And then I'll kind of cover it up a little bit. And so, let's see how that looks. I don't like it. So, let's try again. And let's see. Okay, let's see what this looks like. It's like it's wanting to hang over a little bit there. Let me see. That seems a lot better. I don't know if you can tell that much or not, but anyway, after I'm done, I'll hang it on the door and you'll be able to see it real good then. I had thought about putting the pumpkin on first and gluing it, and then working around the fluffy ribbon around it, but I decided against that, so I might do that on a different wreath. But there's that. So now I have this ribbon to make a bow, and these little sticks, which I think go good with the theme of it, and these, and the bell. So I think I will put the bell on. Well, I'm going to put the bell on last because moving it around will be hearing the bell rattle. I don't want too much like overkill in the wreath where it's just loaded too much. So I'm going to put this down. Then I'm going to put it where hopefully you can see what I'm doing. But I think these break pretty easy if you work them back and forth. They do. This is the fun part of it. Well, if y'all think I should put the bow on it, leave me a comment down below. I'm just not sure that it needs a bow. And I should have had these already broken off. Let me come back after I get these done. So here is the finished wreath. After I sat a little bit and kind of played around, this is what I came up with. And all of the decorations there are hot glued on. And I think it might be a little dark in here, so I'm gonna go outside where hopefully you can see it better. And I'm sorry if I'm shaking, but that's it. And I am very happy with it. I wish that there was better light. But that is my Dollar Tree wreath. Everything that's on it came from the Dollar Tree. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed it. And have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.